Hey, it's me, Kate, with the Abortion Queen of the South podcast, and today we're just going to do another Taylor Swift inspired piece called Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? A Reproductive Right Activist's Storytime. So, in this part of my Taylor Swift inspired reproductive rights series, I will be covering Who's Afraid of Little Old Me from her new album, The Tortured Poets Department. Also, if you haven't already, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and to check out my link tree in the show notes for everywhere that you can find me, as well as many other resources that may help you or someone you know. So this is easily, I think, as an activist, her most fitting song to listen to, because these quote-unquote men are, they're the biggest cowards. If you challenge them on anything, they just start whining and playing the victim. When you aren't afraid of them, they become so scared of you. They cry because they don't get their precious little participation trophies. In the song, there are the lines, "The who's who of who's that is poised for the attack, but my bare hands paved their path. You don't get to tell me about quote unquote sad." And this song reminds me of an interesting incident when I attended a lobby day at the Georgia State Capitol in downtown Atlanta. For those of you who don't know, lobby days are when you can go downtown and talk to your elected representatives, or well, I guess the Capitol. I live outside of the city, so I go downtown. But for someone, it could be coming from Macon, Columbus, Savannah, which is a bit of a drive, but you can come from other places, parts of the state. And in Georgia, we quote unquote lobby on the ropes, so we hang out in a roped off area near the chamber's entrance and talk to our elected officials. My Senator Nikki Merritt was absolutely wonderful and spoke to me about laws that I was concerned about, and just luckily we were on the same page, and I'm glad that she represents my district. However, a young college student who was with us was not so lucky because she had the biggest coward on the planet, State Senator Marty Harbin. So Senator Harbin saw that she was with our group that advocates for reproductive rights, and instead of just coming out to talk to her, he kept us waiting and just sat down talking to one of his buddies. We heard lie after lie from the staff about that he was coming out, and I just had enough. So I very loudly said that Mr. Senator Harbin is a chicken shit and an embarrassment to the state of Georgia. Is he really afraid of a college kid? That's embarrassing. He should be ashamed of himself. And I meant every word. And I'm just naturally tall and loud, and I have no filter. So I don't remember the rest of what I said, but I did not get arrested, and there was a cop within 5 feet of me, so I think I was okay. However, please keep in mind that I'm over 6 feet tall in heels, which I always wear to the Capitol, and naturally just loud. So needless to say, he scurried away with the help of one of his aides with his tail between his legs. Here's my thing. I will respect you more if you at least come out and say whatever you want to someone's face as an elected official. It's their job to listen to their constituents. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but you need to face your constituents. If someone is unable to do that, they should forgo life as an elected official and be a private citizen. I have zero desire to run for office for a reason. I don't like dealing with people. I can if I have to, but generally I am more introverted. I have a small circle. Just, I'm fine speaking, and public speaking doesn't bother me at all. This podcast, having my work out there doesn't bother me, but I don't want to debate and deal with people. So I would never run for office. So I don't get the logic on his end. But if the other line is, if you wanted me dead, you should have just said nothing makes me feel more alive. And honestly, I think most of these politicians really do want us dead because we hold them accountable and don't want to be human livestock in their sick Christian nationalist fantasy world. We don't want someone to use us and either kill us or let us die, just like they do with livestock. And if any of them cared about us, they would behave differently and advocate for laws that actually treat us like, well, people. And so for the last line, which I think is incredibly fitting, especially since the Texas GOP has recently announced that well, I don't know if it's really that recent. I'm just now getting caught back up on a lot of stuff, but they've said that they would seek the death penalty for anyone who gets an abortion. And I'm wondering if that means people on their side too, because they really do keep us in business. But that being said, the final lines. So I leap from the gallows as I levitate down your street, crush the party like a record scratch as I scream. Who's afraid of little old me? I was tame, I was gentle, till the circus life made me mean. Don't you worry, folks, we took out all her teeth. Who's afraid of little old me? Well, you should be. And honestly, I was a lot nicer before I became an activist, but I think I've realized that being nice honestly got me nowhere. I would say I'm kind. I would not say I'm nice. Nice people get pushed over. I've always been very confident, outspoken though, and I've never liked bullies. I think because I was bullied a lot as a kid about everything. So I don't like it. However, I will also say that as I get older and see my rights as a woman taken away, there is much less bullshit that I'm willing to tolerate. So I will keep crashing these bigots parties and be afraid of quote unquote little old me. So if you have actually done anything like this where you've gone to the Capitol and talked to elected officials about anything, I know y'all have some story times. I know that I want to hear them because I'm not big on gossip, but with politicians and protesters, like we call them the antis, it just gets so unbelievably fun. So if you can, just please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any good stories, drop them in the comments below. And hopefully see you again soon.